Roommate is quite the promoter and encourager. If you don't know, my roommate is quite the promoter and encourager. If you don't know, Alyssa is very good about inviting others and including them in things. And is also very persistent, which I really, really appreciate. So one of the things that they have been persistent on is playing flag football, touch football, flag football. And I've never played football before. I'm more of basketball, softball, track, even golf, but not football. Because things like this happen. I got hurt within the first play and, but we still played. And I really appreciated it because it was with a whole bunch of queer women and yeah, I just loved the duality where we got to play and be a little rough-rousy with each other, but also be like, are you okay? And really take care of each other, which is something I really appreciate. But, we get home, we're getting ready for our next thing, and they were, obviously asking me, like, hey, where are you at in the process? I saw that you were on your coaching call this morning. How did that go? Things of that sort. And they were like, how can I hold you accountable? How can I support you? And I was like, I'm wanting to show up online, social media, and if you can ask me if I've posted today, and just wanting to document the journey and document the story. And so then they were saying, well, if, you can always deny my request for being social, and also I'm about to be like in a deep season right now. Like what would be helpful for you, like if you just want to deny the request of being social and like really be, just like on the grind, then like we can definitely do that. And instantly in my body, I was like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. And asking myself like, why that didn't feel good? And what I realized, it's because that's what I witnessed my mom do, right? Like I witnessed my mom say no to social invites. I witnessed my mom say no to self-care. I witnessed my mom say no to rest. And yeah, she just put her business, all on the line and made it her number one priority, so much so that, mind, body, and soul was not a part of the priority. And more importantly, relationships, And I think that's a big question I've always asked my mom is like, if you're not taking care of these other things, how are you working as hard as you do? Because my mom is like, the best way I can think of it is a water buffalo. For what for Filipinos is called a carabao. At least that's how I see it. And I'm just like, how does she get this deep down innate energy and why to work the way she does? And I've always questioned that, and I've asked her that, and she is just like, I don't know, this is just how I'm built or how I am. But as I'm learning more about my Filipino culture, I'm learning about just the roles of what it means to be the firstborn in the family, of course, and then having the opportunity to come to the States, and how there's this expectation of, all these cultural expectations that I'm still learning to understand. And as someone who's a child of that person in the family, it's been truly like heartbreaking for me in anything, because I'm like, wow, like whatever it is that you're doing, which, as a young person, I'm still trying to figure out and understand. I was like, I don't want that, so in full transparency, it's like entrepreneurship was never on the table if it meant risking my rest and my relationships and my peace and my health and everything else that what makes life. And I was like, I don't want that. So I feel like it's taken me so long to figure out to this point what I wanted to do, and trying to figure out my path, because I was like, that's the only way I've seen entrepreneurship. I've seen it where it's grind hustle mode, and like not taking care of yourself. And so when my friend's like, oh, like you can deny that, I'm going to be deep in it, we can do that, I was like, absolutely not. I was like, that's not how I want to do it. And me pursuing this path is me wanting to rewrite the story. You know what I mean? Like I intentionally remember being like, if I'm going to do this, like I'm going to make sure I rewrite the story the way my mom didn't do it, And so it's going to be difficult because there's so much like pain and hurt because I was on the receiving end, or the lack of the receiving end, of my mom's relationship and building our relationship together as mother-daughter. But, I'm grateful that for where I'm at right now to understand like this is so much bigger than just the relationship between mother and daughter. It's a cultural relationship, and understanding what it means to be first gen, second gen in the States. Like, it's a conversation that I don't even think they understand. And so trying to uncover and navigate that for myself has been healing for me. And so I think it's just so important to realize that we get to live during a time in humanity where we just so happen to be the generation alive right now to rewrite the stories that our families never really had a chance to sit down and reflect on. And so, yeah, again, so I told my friend, I was like, please continue to invite me, whether it's flag football or we're going to go to a comedy show tonight. Like, I'm at a place in my life that, like, invite me and I will check in with God and be like, cool, is that what we want to do? Then we'll do that. So, what is that? Oh, I thought they were going to bring some medicine for me. So, you want to say hi to the folks?
Hey, folks.
Hey. I was just telling them how it didn't feel good in my body, where you're like, I'm not going to invite you anymore. I was like, you better not invite me. I was like, I will consult with God to see if that's what we're going to do or not, as opposed to...
Heard. Always invited.
Yeah. Don't stop the invites.
Not gonna stop.
Okay, appreciate it. Because you can deny them. And I think that's the thing we need to understand, as particularly as brown folks. A lot of times we get into people pleasing and we're like, I don't want to, disappoint people. I don't want to hurt people and their feelings. And I don't want to not meet expectations. But I'm like, nah, fam. Like, literally, like, yeah. We got to learn how to say no. Huh, Nebula? We got to learn how to say no and set those boundaries, huh? We're always, if we're going to be in relationship with people, we have to realize that we're going to hurt their feelings. We're going to disappoint them. We're not going to meet their expectations. And that's for them to, like, distill. But at the end of the day, like, I'm here to keep my peace. You know what I mean? And that means setting some boundaries, So, all right. Just wanted to say that and share that. So I hope that y'all have a good Sunday. And I'm going to continue to ice this finger and heal it and realize how mortal we are, and also how amazing it is to be in these vessels, because it's going to heal so quickly. All right. I'll talk to you all later.